Welcome back to Seahawks Coast to Coast. I am Joe Stevens with Seahawk Talk. To my left is Zach from Zach Talks Hawks. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to talk some Hawks with you. Now we're in the offseason. We have to stay apart for a little while to get a bunch of news. And, there's a lot to talk about. So
There's a lot. Let's start off with the very first thing. Breaking news: Seahawks don't franchise tag Kenneth Walker. I think we've known that for like weeks now. So I'm not sure why Shefty felt the need to break that today. But I felt like he broke it 3 weeks ago. But obviously not surprising there, unless there's something else I haven't heard. So
no, it's just, the writing's been on the wall, and it's sad, but it's just business, baby. So,
and he still could come back.
Yeah.
Let's not. But I think they really got to think about extending JSN and Witherspoon, because they have their 5th-year option. But so they still technically have 2 years left. But I heard that Snyder doesn't really want it to go to that 5th year anyways. So I think they'll get those two done in August.
Every year, the market resets, and the longer you wait, the more you're going to pay down the line, right? So I think we're in a place now where, it's just try to conduct smart business. This is the penalty of winning the Super Bowl, right? Everybody wants your coaches, and everybody wants your players, and they're going to pay crazy money to get them. And I think at the end of the day, I'm in the camp where I don't think K9 is coming back. I think money will talk, and somebody out there is going to pay a lot for Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, I don't know if, and this isn't me, like, I'm not bagging on Kenneth Walker or anything, but that's a lot easier hole to fill than, say, cornerback, because say you have to, they sacrifice Kenneth Walker for Josh Jobe or Reek Woolen, which we're assuming it's going to be Josh Jobe, right? And then Kobe Bryant. I'm assuming they're going to try to figure something out to bring him back. Ty Okada they tendered today, and who else was it? George Halani. Yep. They did their restricted free agent tenders, and then who else is it? I'm just thinking Boye Mafe. Who knows if they're going to try to bring him back? This is the price we pay for having a really, really good 2022 NFL draft. And two of the guys we got locked up already, Abe Lucas and Charles Cross, your bookend tackles. But yeah, it's just scary these guys hitting the open market, but I don't think anything's a backbreaker yet.
No, I don't think so. We've sung some praises of George Halani, and if you look at the room minus Charbonnet right now in terms of the guys coming back, it's a solid room within its own right. So Kenneth Walker's a really special player, and don't get it twisted, but we were pretty honest about him this year, where
all year
you're going to limit his carries, you're going to make sure he's healthy, and it paid off. He had a couple great, awesome games in the playoffs. Was huge, obviously won a MVP in the Super Bowl, but just from a practical point of view, was a huge reason why Seattle managed to score enough points to win the Super Bowl. But I think for sober-minded Seahawks fans, if you look at this and you're running around like it's the end of the world, for us who are sober-minded, we look around and we go, the odds of him being healthy for a whole year, I don't know if it's going to demand the kind of money that he's probably going to ask for out there. free agent.
Well, 14 million is one thing if we were to tag him, right? But it's $14 million guaranteed, and it's all against the cap. Now, you and I are not capologists. Actually, it confuses the hell out of me a lot of the times because you hear, oh, his contract is the X amount with X amount signing bonus, and this much is against the cap. So I don't get that. I'm assuming a big reason why he's not franchise tagged is because of that against the cap number. So, like I said, he might be back. If not, I think a player I'm pretty intrigued with. We'll kind of get into that in a minute, but there's a few running backs that I'm kind of intrigued with bringing in and seeing if they can fill the void if we don't get Kenneth Walker back, and even if we do, you can never have too many running backs. So
yeah.
Now hi, YTZ, Jack Bareka. But yeah, let's talk about. Let me make sure I bring up the right one. Let's talk about the Seahawks. This was after our last show, but they hire offensive coordinator Brian Fleury, who really looks like a sick Triple H. I don't know if
he does,
because that's one of the first things I thought of, and then I saw like very skinny Triple H, kind of funny, but I kind of remember his press conference. I liked what he said, but can he accomplish what he's trying to do? And I've said it this whole time since Clint Kubiak was kind of getting shopped around for a head coaching job, right? I said, we're going to hire a 49ers assistant. And they went out and did it. Or a Shanahan guy, not necessarily a 49er, but a guy that came from him at one point. And here we are, back to the drawing board. I think McDonald found what he liked.
Yeah, I agree. I think McDonald's really spoken pretty highly about this guy. He's got quite a robust track record of places and positions. And of course, the big to do about him, right, is that he's never done this before. And McDonald's response is like, well, everybody's got to start once from the beginning. Like, I love that response where that doesn't scare him. And
what did we talk about going into the playoffs? My biggest thing that made me mad was, oh, well, the Rams have been there before. The Seahawks haven't been there before. Look at how that turned out. I think if you're built for it, you're built for it. We'll see if this guy's built for it.
I'm excited. He talked about, they had obvious questions. What does this offense look like? And he's like, it's gonna look a lot like what it was, and except we're gonna be faster, meaner. We're gonna. I mean, he said all like the gritty football stuff, and I don't know, like
kind of does look like a skinny Tom Cable in this photo as well.
Like, do we have now 2 coaches on staff that just by like gruff alone would make us want to run through a brick wall? Because that's what I feel when I look at this guy. Like
I don't know, he kind of looks like a skinny Tom Cable, like if Tom Cable went on Ozempic. I don't know. We'll find out, right? Nobody knows a lot about him, so I'm assuming the Seahawks do, and that's why they hired him.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy they didn't hire a flashy name.
Me too.
Like a Cliff Kingsbury or something like that. So, or Mike McDaniels. Oh my God, I remember when that first came out. That, oh man, could you imagine Seahawks with Mike McDaniels? I'm like, no, I'm happy I don't have to. I don't know. I can't do it. The douchiness, the weirdness.
Me either.
And then him and Jim Harbaugh on the same. Have we talked about this?
No, but it's like a weird buddy movie now between the two of them.
Yeah, like you have one guy that like vapes on the sideline and wears capri pants. I think we talked after the Seahawks played the Dolphins last year. or I guess it'd be 2 years. I don't know. The 2024 season. And the whole time I kept looking on the sidelines. I'm like, who is that in capri pants? Oh, it's the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. But he wears Jim Harbaugh wears Lululemons. So, but yeah, you have one guy that vapes and wears capri pants and like thinks he's smarter than everybody, and then you have a guy that like spends the night at high school students' house trying to recruit them and drinks milk a lot. So I don't know. It's going to be a weird dynamic. They might hate each other.
I think they love each other.
Now?
Yeah.
Might be a volatile relationship.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a weird buddy movie. Like you don't expect it, and then they're actually a really good team.
Like Step Brothers.
Yeah. Just like Step Brothers.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry to get off track. Any other things with the Seahawks update that you'd like to discuss?
Got news. It's probably really sad news in your household if it made it to your household, but it's very expected Seahawk news.
What?
No more Jake Bobo for now.
Oh, they didn't tender him? Was he an option to get RFA tendered or whatever? Oh my God.
So he's a free bird now.
And this bird you cannot change. Sorry.
Oh man, YouTube's gonna come after us, copyright claims.
Yeah, I don't know. He scored a big touchdown in the NFC Championship game.
Yes, he did.
But I don't know. It's just maybe he'll be back. There's a couple guys that I feel like will be back. Do you want to get to the free agents on our team? We can just start with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Okay, let me share my screen because I can do this now. We'll see.
Oh, man.
Hey, let me know if I start lagging. All right, can you see this?
Oh, yes. Yeah, you're gonna have to zoom in on it, but yeah.
Yeah, I am. Let's see how we do this.
Oh, no, you don't have to do it. I meant from the website you could zoom in on the whatchamacallit, but whatever.
I suck so bad.
We're moving again. Here we go. It's okay, chat. This is his first time. It's like watching a baby bird try to learn to fly. I
forgot. My computer's a touchscreen. Remember that?
Yes, I
remember.
Do
I
now.
forgot about that. Yeah, that was sweet. God, I'm technologically challenged. Okay, so what do we got? Who would you put as number one on your priority list here?
Let's see. Man, I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan.
Me too. I feel like that's okay.
As
I'm
much
not
as
that good with the computer. I can't drag and drop. But
as much as I like the idea of Shaheed coming back, I just don't know if that's going to be possible. Like defense is what made this team special, so you're going to prioritize defense. Like really, I'd put a number of people ahead of Shaheed. I would probably say number one though would be probably Kobe.
I'd say if I'm going to do top five, okay, because this might just be a little bit easier.
Brandon Peely's going to be a free agent?
Yeah, I know. He's a big guy.
Well, anytime he was in, I thought he was doing like
holy shoot. Okay, never mind. I changed my mind. Drake Thomas, number
Drake
one.
Thomas is down there. Never mind. Yeah, you were hiding him. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot about that. Drake Thomas, number one. Kobe Bryant, two. boy, Josh Jobe 3. I feel like you try to keep the secondary together.
Me too.
Except for 27.
Yeah.
And maybe they do bring him back, but I don't know. Look at the expected market value is actually higher for Josh Jobe than Tariq Woolen.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like this is free agency this year. I feel is going to be so weird. There's quarterbacks on the market. There's now change what all these other people are getting. I feel like there's a bajillion quarterbacks going to be on the market, just totally zapping all the money for everybody else.
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's just okay. So, anyways, to be fair, after the Super Bowl, though, to only have this many guys leaving is not that bad.
No.
Like you have 5, 6 key guys, maybe 7.
You got to remember, like right now, they only have 4 draft picks. So, and with a presumed trade that nobody will shut up about on the horizon for Seattle, you might wind up even with less picks. So,
I'm not talking about it. I
I'm
think
just
I know.
saying,
Are you talking about a gritty defensive end?
I am.
I think there's a lot of fan bases talking about that.
We'll see.
Oh my god. It's the 2015 playoffs and the 2016 playoffs are all free agents.
Yeah.
Okay, let's sort this by market value. Holy crap, Malik Willis. I've heard people like him. But boy,
he played very well in Green Bay.
I didn't think so. Maybe I just remember him from Tennessee, but I don't know. Obviously, he did.
Yeah, his time in Green Bay was really, really productive. So I think he's going to. I really think he's probably going to be an Arizona Cardinal when all this shakes out. But
okay, then where do you think Kyler's going to be? New York?
New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think Rodgers comes back?
Yes.
Yeah, it's looking more and more like that, isn't it?
I think Russ retires.
Dude, I don't.
I don't think anybody. Who would possibly want Russell Wilson at this point? What has he done?
Made a lot of commercials.
He got outplayed by Jameis Winston,
and Jackson Dart. Who would he play for? He'd back up, obviously, but who's the most dysfunctional franchise? Arizona.
I mean,
what if Arizona's like, "Hey, Russell, we need you back in the NFC West"?
No, they're getting Malik Willis. I could see maybe he just goes from one New York market to the other New York team and backs up Murray on the Jets just to stay in the NFL. Like he takes Tyrod Taylor's place. I mean, there's not a lot left for him. I don't think Minnesota's given him a call. I think actually if Minnesota makes a quarterback move, I actually am really hoping that they do the funniest thing on planet Earth and go and get Kirk Cousins. That would be,
I think,
a dream come true.
I heard that Minnesota might be interested in Kyler.
That would be interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing Kyler on that team.
Yeah, him with a fresh start and a good head coach. I don't know. Maybe a
Jimmy
guy
Garoppolo also rumored for the Arizona slot. Don't know why, but
on an NFC West tour. That's why.
Yeah.
Last stop, Seattle next year for free.
Yes.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett is a weird one. Who do you think is the most likely next? Obviously, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But do you see anybody being potentially the next Sam Darnold slash Geno Smith? Because I don't see Zach Wilson doing it. What about the Bears quarterback?
Yeah.
Tyson Bagent, the backup.
He's tenured by the Bears. I've seen some articles about teams interested to trade for him. So that would be really interesting. I feel like he could absolutely, in the right situation, do well. Yeah, there's a lot of names here, man, that are just like, where does Mike Evans go? And
dude, this is a little nuts for Jawan Jennings, don't you think? $22 million.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we've seen him a lot. I get that he blocks good. I don't know. We also saw Drake Thomas absolutely body him. Oh, Tyler Linderbaum? No, not like we're really looking for a center right now, but just looking through these names is nuts.
Yeah, Khalil Mack was on there.
Joey Bosa.
Connor McGovern. I would not mind seeing Connor McGovern be a Seahawk. That would be
a guard because he's a center.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, we not dance around it, but you kind of want to see somebody slide in at right guard. Holy cow, Calais Campbell hasn't retired?
Nope, still out here chugging. He's in the retirement home, though.
5 years old. Oh, yeah, Travis Kelce. Any word? Is he going to retire?
I'm fairly certain he's going to retire. Ethan Prochik is a free agent.
Yeah, Draymond Jones, too. I'm looking at some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry for the quietness.
We're just scanning right now.
Yeah. Josh Jobe, that's one that we want to bring back. Once again, Demario Davis is really, there's a lot of old guys on here. Kevin Zeitler. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't, the Seahawks aren't going to be a team to, I really don't think.
This year isn't the year to make a bunch of splashes. It's like, take care of your own, try to draft good.
Yeah.
Maybe make a trade, but yeah, you're going to try to go after a running back, maybe in free agency that's got some decent upside. But you said you were interested for one running back in free agency, possibly being a Seahawk. Who was on your mind?
Oh my goodness! Can I share my screen again?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't know. I'm getting pretty good.
Look at him go, everybody. Look at him go.
My guy I was thinking of was Rico Dowdle.
Oh.
For the Panthers.
Let's look at the running back market.
Yeah, let's look. So K9 up there at the top. I just sorted by expected market value for player because I really liked Rico Dowdle last year for Carolina.
Yeah.
Tyler Algier would be a good one because obviously his rookie year he rushed for 1,000 yards, and then they just so happened to draft one of the best running back prospects in the last 10 years, and Bijan Robinson in the first round next year. So I think he got kind of the short end of the stick on that one. Rashad White was kind of a hot rookie. I don't know. I really like Rico Dowdle. I don't know about you, but
Ooh.
Travi? Is that who you're looking at?
Yeah. No. I'm a big Miles Sanders fan, so that'd be cool. Miles Sanders. Nick Chubb's going to be a free agent? He's probably going to retire.
AJ Dillon.
Dare Ogunbowale. He's been on our team before.
I don't even remember that. So
practice squad, dude.
Remember Keaton Mitchell? Remember he had a huge game against us 2 years ago and then did nothing.
Nothing. Zonovan Knight. Oh man, I have rocked with Zonovan Knight on Madden.
Damian Pierce. That was another one. Like,
yeah,
a lot of these guys you look at. Savon Ahmed. That's a Husky. A lot of the guys you look at and like as fans, obviously, we're like, oh, that looks intriguing.
Yeah,
but a lot of them are just names. But Rico Dowdle last year, I did like see play pretty good, you know. But maybe that's just because I was watching a lot of the Panthers down the stretch. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Hoping, begging, pleading that they slide their way into a division, and they did. It was amazing.
Yeah, I was hoping they beat the Rams, and they almost did. Okay, that's enough with that. Let's get into some serious news. Okay. What's the deal with this Rams trying to change the rules?
They're so sad. We broke them.
Do they realize? I'm sorry.
Football.
Okay.
It's not like you've invented a new play and you're trying to play rugby out there. You play the game of football.
Boy, it's like, God, I wish they played games after that. You know, I wish they had another chance to play Seattle again. Instead, they were worried about a 2-point conversion that happened with, 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. The game's tied. You did nothing after that offensively until overtime, where the Seahawks came back and scored another 2-point conversion to win the game. But the fact that they're still hung up on this is actually insane.
I'm pumped. Let him mentally break over it.
Yeah, I don't know. But they do have 2 first-round picks this year. That kind of sucks. I don't know. I didn't put this in the headlines, but I just thought of this. Did you see what happened to the guy that the Falcons took with the Rams pick last year? The rookie who followed his girlfriend with a Lamborghini and then ran.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Yeah. NFL news has been really, really weird lately. Like the Bears. You see what happened to the Bears today?
Yeah. Well, I have them on there about the stadium.
No.
Their center retired.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Yeah. What's his deal?
Well, last year he got a crazy guarantee when he signed with them last year, and then it's like, peace. I did a year. I'm done, and I'm like, oh, poor Chicago. That's terrible.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
I was talking about this. Brandon Johnson said Chicago Bears should still consider the Bears Chicago for a new stadium. I mean, this is nuts that the Bears might not be in Chicago. Do you believe it? Because part of me feels like there's no chance. How far away is Arlington?
It's like to drive, it's like 35 minutes.
Oh, that's it?
And then you can get there quicker by train.
From Chicago to the Indiana place?
Yes. And it's like, if you lived on the outskirts of Chicago, it would take you longer to get to Soldier Field than it would for you to get on a train and go to this place in Indiana.
Yeah, but still, it's in Indiana.
I think 5 Point Vids made a video about it. just recently, and that's where I have all my head knowledge about this right now.
They'd still call themselves the Chicago Bears,
Oh
obviously.
yeah.
It's like the
Which
Santa Clara 49ers. It's the
yes,
same exact thing.
but
The
it's so
difference is it's in a
it's in a
different
different
state.
state. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's well, New York Giants and Jets, but it's
yeah,
Jersey. It's like no one thinks in their head they're like, "Oh, well, at least me. I'm from far away. I'm from
yeah.
Washington State."
I mean, he around here, like it is a bit more mocked of like y'all don't even play in New York. Like it's I think our geography has something to do with our perspectives about that. I think with us being even
Yeah,
away from Chicago, I don't think it would matter.
because I never hear anybody mock the Giants and Jets for not playing in New York, but I hear that obviously it's because it's our division too. But I hear Santa Clara Niners all the time.
Yeah. I look, I mean, Chicago had a bunch of chances to make this work, and they
You see
haven't
Brandon
done it.
Johnson's face right there, though. He ain't playing around.
I mean, I guess the Bears ownership is like they're pretty proactive about this move, and they're like,
now that sorry, also not being a dick. Now that they're finally good, they're pretty proactive about this move now.
no, like,
Oh,
yeah, go watch 5 Point Vids. Like
okay.
he paints
Sorry.
this, yeah, he paints this picture of like, look, they have tried to do right by their fans for years, and the city is just like, nah, we're not. This isn't something we want to pay for, and the Bears are like, all right, well, how about this piece of land? Like, there was a piece of land like Chicago adjacent.
Yeah,
Like,
Arlington Heights, right?
yeah, and
Because I remember that one.
and ownership was like, we're gonna front a lot of this project, so it's not going to be a big city problem. Well, then it became a city problem with like noise ordinances, and the land was like not great, and like all these like death by 1,000 paper cuts for this site. And the owners are like, look, like we're trying to keep it close, but like nothing we're doing is working. And then they found this place over in Indiana, and like everything works. And they're like, look, our fans can hop on a metro and get here just as fast, if not faster, than the infrastructure right now in Chicago. So
Okay.
come on over.
Don't actually close your eyes, but I want you to close your eyes here. Travel back to 1985. Bears just won the Super Bowl, right? Colts are still in Baltimore. Somebody tells you, dude, I wasn't even a sperm yet. You weren't either. And then somebody tells you, hey, guess what? In 2028, there's going to be no football team in Illinois, but there will be two in Indiana. Somebody's going to be like, did the USFL take off? Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nuts. I don't know. One of my dream vacations is Chicago. Go Soldier Field. And I'm going to plan on doing it next year if because they're definitely still going to play there next year, right?
Yeah.
So, but if one of your bucket list item or bucket list events to go to is a Bears game in Chicago, or think about doing it next year or this year or next year.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'd like to go to. Here's my other thing. We've talked about this. If they build a football stadium, wherever they build it, I want it to be a football stadium. Okay, we don't need like a dome for hosting Super Bowls, So, let's see. I don't really have much news today that I pulled up. There's a lot of news, but okay.
About a year too late, but
yeah,
glad he gets to escape.
Yeah, I definitely didn't pull all of them. I thought I screenshotted about Daniel Jones getting the getting the transition tag today. So that's cool. Yeah. Any other news? I'm not talking about the Seahawks getting sold yet, because you do not want to piss me off.
All right, now it's just a lot of Kyler Murray draft.
Yeah.
Talked about Hendrickson.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about Drew Dalman, retired at 27 for Chicago.
Max Crosby. Your guy, Max Crosby.
How about David Montgomery going to the Texans?
Oh, yeah, that was on. Yeah, that was nuts, because that was another guy that people were thinking, oh, maybe the Seahawks will go after him if K9 walks. Great for my fantasy football team, my dynasty league, but not really good for the Seahawks, because I think David Montgomery is I think he's a stud.
Yeah, me too.
So, and I know the running backs age like milk, right? So it's tough, because I remember David Montgomery like 2 years ago when the Bears went the Lions went 15-2, and Montgomery was a touchdown machine. So, but I don't know. I'd assume ain't much has changed. But you want to do a top 10 list?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Keep in mind, viewers, I did make my own top. I wasn't going to make my own top 10 list. I swear to God. I was going to make a bottom 10 list. But your top 10 list pissed me off so bad. I read it and I was like, is this guy trolling me right now? There's no chance this is real. No, and then
you don't have to be so mean about it.
Okay, and then I'm looking at it. First thing I know is Max Strong, and then I see J.R. Sweezy after I even texted you. And I'm like, well, they kind of, he came back. So technically,
yeah.
Technically, yes.
You're welcome.
Okay. Terrible graphic, guys. Sorry it's hard to read. My bad. I think it is funny that it says Zach Top free agents, like the country singer. But this is Zach's top 10 list. And you guys, in the comments after the show, during the show, whatever, feel free to go after him, because having Max Strong as a free agent, I wanted to put an asterisk next to it, but I ran out of space.
Good.
But he's an undrafted free agent. He does not count.
Undrafted free agent. And I love my fullbacks, so that's why I had to. I love him. And
okay. I love Max Strong too.
Yeah.
I still, every now and then, getting a little wild hair, I'll rock a Max Strong jersey.
Yeah.
I got his autographed football behind me.
Well, there you go.
But he's not a free agent. He's not. He's not.
He's undrafted free agent.
Well, if that's the case, then Dougie B would be like number one.
Doesn't make a cut.
Okay, now I'm assuming my list is going to piss you off. So let's compare lists here really quick. See what you don't like. So let's go with Zach's first. We'll start 10. He's got Tavares Jackson.
That was my heart pick. Should I be able to stand up for myself, or are you just gonna sit here and shit talk my list?
I think you should. Let's go through them, because you're probably gonna want to shit talk mine. Tavares Jackson, good starter for a year, but he did take snaps in Super Bowl 48. I'm pretty sure he kneeled the clock out in Super Bowl 48.
Yeah.
So I don't hate that one. Michael Robinson, another one I like. I think that's cool. I think he was a definite locker room guy for that Super Bowl team. As much as he was a good lead blocker, fullback, utility back. But boy, 8 is where you lost me.
Look, the bottom of my list is picking with my heart. Like T-Jack, like I felt a moral obligation to put him there. Michael Robinson, like my youngest years of Penn State football was
I actually forgot he went to Penn State.
Was watching Michael Robinson play quarterback for Penn State, and he was electric. And I adored his college career. And so when he became a Seahawk, it was like a dream come true. And J.R. Sweezy was like, you got drafted, and in an era that, man, we needed fill-in line help. Bringing him back, it felt like you know me, like I love the coming home stories.
I get it.
So that's why. Not in any like. I mean, I could put Michael Robinson over J.R. Sweezy, and I wouldn't feel bad about it at all. But like those three slots are like. Those were heart picks. Like I love the story of the guy coming home. I love my Penn State quarterback becoming like Marshawn Lynch's best friend, and Tavares Jackson like just made a sucky era of Seahawk football less sucky, and
it wasn't that bad.
So I genuinely enjoyed him as our quarterback, and
I feel see, part of me feels like this is a personal list. Like not like
it is a personal list. You asked for my personal list, and I gave you a personal list.
But no, because now that you're explaining it, I'm kind of thinking the same way that you are. Like I'm not doing this based off stats, accolades.
I'm not either.
Like my favorite free. Okay, I get it now. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Love the Robbie Tobeck. I wouldn't have thought of him for my list if I didn't see your list first on the Robbie Tobeck signing.
You cheated. Okay.
I did. And if I'm not mistaken, he was a free agent from Atlanta, correct?
Yes.
And yep, really a centerpiece of the greatest Seahawks offensive line of all time. Warren Moon, really bizarre that you picked Warren Moon. Actually, he was not on my radar of greatest Seahawks free agents of all time, but he did make. I googled it before the show, and he did make the Pro Bowl with the Seahawks. Yes. And I think he's only played one season for the Seahawks.
Yeah,
98, 97.
I don't remember if it's like one and some change or just one, but yeah. So Warren Moon's on my list because I remember like growing up, my dad telling me stories about this like crazy quarterback he was able to witness, and it was Warren Moon. And so again, like heart picks, and that's why he's on here.
Yeah. Love the Bobby Ingram pick, by the way. That's actually, if I was doing it based off of heart, just based off of these guys minus Max Strong because there's an asterisk, I would put him at number one.
Yeah, I like when I think of like Hasselbeck's
go-to guy.
Yeah, like that era was.
Yeah, and he was never. He was never as high profile as D-Jack or Corn Robinson or even Deion Branch or Nate Burleson, because it went from those two guys to those two guys. But he was always kind of he was a third wide receiver, but he seemed like the first option a lot of the time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, then you got Sammy D. Great in there. I don't know if he's in the top 10 list of best Seahawks of all time, like Fox Sports. I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
That's kind of what inspired this top 10 list, because it's a little late for that because it was a few weeks ago, but that list was bad. So, anyways, love the Cliff Averill, Michael Bennett 1 and 2. They really brought us over the edge to win the Super Bowl. Cliff Averill, fastest touchdown scorer in the history of or fastest point scorer in the history of the Super Bowl. 12 seconds in. He was the closest to Peyton Manning, and that's why he got credit for the safety.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of my list is like, I think they're culturally relevant Seahawks. I didn't really like pay attention to too many stats. Of course, when you get to, some of these bigger players, like there's a reason why Seattle would get them as free agents. So you would hope they would produce. Mm-hmm. And, but like, I know we joke about Max Strong, but like at the time, longest tenured Seahawk, huge locker room dude, like
93 through 2007.
Yeah. And, Michael Robinson, huge locker room dude. And like the Warren Moon, my connection with that, like, yeah, you can probably swap a few people around, and if you want to take it super seriously and be a fuddy-duddy, then you can take Max Strong out. But
we're not. I'm just messing with you. Obviously, listen. Don't get too offended.
I'm about to get real offended. You're going to put your list up, and there won't be any Max Strong on it. So
there's not. I love Max Strong. He still works for the Seahawks. I love Max Strong. Favorite fullback all time. Best name in NFL history. Best.
Not good enough to be in your list.
Second. Well, I'd say Sam Darnold might have the second best square head. You 3 and 4 have some pretty square heads. Max Strong and Sam Darnold. Yeah. They both look like Legos.
They do.
But yeah. Let's go to this list before I get to the worst free agent signings of all time. Because that's really the list I was going to make. I was going to do a top 10 worst, but then I did top 5, bottom 5, if you will. But this is Joe's top 10 free agents of all time. Go ahead. Let's break it down. We got 10, Robbie Toback. Okay. Stole it from you. Wouldn't have thought of it, like I said. Okay, let's go to 9. What do you got against Patrick Kearney?
Yeah, I mean, I understand how you made your list, and a little bit different than how I made my list. And look, I said that there were 3 people at the bottom of my list that you could probably interchange out for a more serious list, and you have done that.
I don't know. I think so. Okay, yeah, I guess I did do that. That's about what I did.
I don't know. There's, yeah.
You don't like? Okay, let's just go through. You don't like Patrick Kearney at 9.
I don't like Patrick Kearney's positioning below Zach Miller.
Okay, I was really bad at making the list. Zach Miller won a Super Bowl. That's why he's at 7.
Okay.
Listen, if I made my list like you, Grant Wistrom would be like number 2, okay? He's like...
All right.
Okay.
Chad Brown at 8?
Yeah. Solid linebacker. Never really got to watch him play, honestly. I think his last year here was like 03, 04. So I don't really remember that. I think my first Seahawks game was like 03. Yeah, it was 2003, but still at the same time, it's like, I don't really remember that. But seeing people rock his jerseys, number 94 forever. Zach Miller, I mean, arguably the best tight end we've ever had. Really?
Yeah.
You don't like Zach Miller?
No.
Tell me why.
I don't. I was just never a huge fan.
All right.
There is just, I don't know. I remember growing up and being like, wondering when are we gonna get a new one of them, and
still it finally happened this year or 2 years ago. Okay, Nate Burleson at 6. I loved Nate Burleson. he actually came before Deion Branch. So this is kind of a story, just kind of pulling out of my ass here. So when Steve Hutchinson signed the poison pill contract, saying that I think it was like the Seahawks could match it, but in the contract it said he had to be the highest paid offensive lineman on the team. Well, when you have Walter Jones at left tackle, that's not going to happen, right? So he knew what he was signing. A lot of people, including my dad, did not like Steve Hutchinson for a long time because of that. But Nate Burleson, in his contract, he had the option to sign back with Minnesota, but if he played 3 or more games in the state of Minnesota in a year, his contract added on 2 more years and was fully guaranteed. So he signed that in spite of the Steve Hutchinson contract. Yeah, so I don't know. That was a weird one that I remember. Like Nate Burleson, had a huge punt return against the Rams in like 2006, and just kind of a cool dude. Sidney Rice, you hate that, but he was Tavares' go-to guy.
Yeah, I look at Sidney Rice and I'm like, I like mourn over Sidney Rice the same way I mourn over Percy Harvin. I'm like, there's so much extra that woulda, coulda, shoulda,
but Sidney was actually hurt.
I know. That's what I feel like I'm just, yeah. I have mixed. I liked Sidney Rice because obviously I was a big T-Jax guy, and but man, it is kind of sad. Like there should have been more for him.
Yeah, and I mean he did perform. Like he performed more than Percy Harvin.
Yeah.
Some would say the best player with the last name Rice to ever play for the
Seahawks. Some.
Most. I mean, the other guy was like 95 years old.
Catching touchdowns passes. Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Ingram. I think, like I said, I took that from you. I wouldn't even thought of Bobby Ingram if I didn't see your list first. Cliff Averill, Michael Bennett just copied you right there, and then Sam number 1, dude. To have a Super Bowl winning quarterback in the first year. I mean, you can't tell me.
Go ahead. So the reason why I had Bennett, and Averill ahead of Sam is there's 2 reasons. 1, they were more effective longer as Seahawks, and 2, they were a bigger reason why their team won a Super Bowl. So.
Sam took us there. That Rams game.
Our defense played a.
I know, but
I'm a Sam Darnold guy. I appreciate what he has done and the demons that he has defeated on his way. I think if Sam is a premier quarterback for another 2 years, I think he's easily number 1. He needed one or the other. He needed to be like the centerpiece of the Super Bowl winning run, or he needs a few more years as a Seahawk with a Super Bowl. And when one of those things happen, he could be number 1.
I don't know. Just, yeah. Anyways, that's my list. Hate it if you want. Love it if.
No Mac Strong.
Love it if you want.
Free the Mac.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I was just gonna make an honorable mention list, really, with like Zach Miller, Patrick Kearney, and Nate Burleson, and Sidney Rice. And then I was like, you know what? Screw this, dude. I'm just gonna make my own. Yeah. Now let's get to the worst free agent signings of all time. This is kind of more my style here, because I love looking at the past negatively a lot of the time.
We will learn from these mistakes and never make them again.
Okay. Let's just go down the list.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
What? I just did top five. Top five. Now, if I did this list emotionally, TJ Houshmandzadeh would be the worst free agent in Seahawks history. Let's start with number 5. Quentin Dunbar. You watch him play. I watched him play. We watched him literally backpedal for 10 yards, and then the receiver would catch it 3 yards in front of him, and then he would tackle, and then they just kept doing it and doing it all the way down the field. He sucked. He was bad.
Yep.
Any thoughts? Any thoughts on Quentin Dunbar here?
No, it's pretty self-explanatory. Really, like the 4 names above that are way more interesting to talk about than Quentin Dunbar.
Okay. Eddie Lacy.
Man.
Eddie Lacy. Now, the reason he's on here isn't because it's like, oh my God, we signed Eddie Lacy. This is going to be awesome. It's because we're like, oh, okay, Eddie Lacy, let's give him a second chance. You know, maybe he'll get like 500 yards, get a nice roll going. Couldn't make weight. He just could not make weight. I guess he gained like 100 yards that season, but that was something else.
Cheeseburger man. I looked at your list. I was like, I haven't thought about Eddie Lacy in a long time. So I'm happy we're thinking about him this way.
I really thought for number 4. Now, go a little deeper here. For number 4, I really almost just put 2017 free agency class because it was Eddie Lacy, Luke Joeckel. Yeah, we had Luke Joeckel, a bust, a first-round bust playing left tackle. I believe no, he didn't because Dwayne Brown played left tackle. He's playing like left guard because he was a bust at left tackle or something of that nature. Eddie Lacy, Luke Joeckel. That was the year we got Sheldon Richardson in a trade. He was fine, I guess. God, what else happened in 2017? Who was the other one? Ziggy Ansah is who I was thinking of. And that actually wasn't 2017. That was, I think, the Quentin Dunbar year. But that was also really bad. Let's get to number 3 on the field. But number 1 in my heart. Or I guess 84 on the field, number 1 in my heart. TJ Houshmandzadeh. I mean, we all remember the story, right? Jim Morris saying, you better leave that watch here, boy, because we're signing you. And we did. And talk about the opposite of a locker room guy. He was a cancer to the locker room. Enough so, when Pete came here, Pete's like, I'm done with this guy's bullshit. There's clips in Pete's first training camp, and Houshmandzadeh is just kind of walking around. He goes, get your hands out of your pockets. And he's like, no. And then I think that was it. TJ Houshmandzadeh was no more. He was a bum. Any thoughts?
I agree. I remember being really, really excited that we got TJ Houshmandzadeh, and then that excitement went away very, very quickly. Mm-hmm. And that was really one of the first times I remember watching football and being like, man, I have really turned on this individual that I don't personally know very quickly. And I did not care for him.
Yeah, and you hear from people in the city that he was just a douche whenever he went out. Yeah, I don't know. He just kind of
bad dude.
Yeah, he fought with radio personalities in the media, and now I hear him on Fox Sports on the weekends, and I'm like, why is he on the radio? He sucks. Number 2 really hamstrung us to start the 2015 season. So 2013, obviously awesome. We start the season with Brandon Browner, Richard Sherman, the original. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Uh,
Just keep going.
the original Legion of Boom. Brandon Browner gets popped and then leaves the next year. So we got to replace Byron Maxwell. We do that with Kerry Williams. 3 years, $18 million. He was bad. He was just as bad as Quentin Dunbar. Or as I misspelled, Quitnon Dunbar. Because I was... so, yeah, he was terrible. I believe with somebody else there, we probably would have won the first 2 games, even with Cam Chancellor holding out. So go ahead. What were you looking up? You're looking up if Brandon Browner was a free agent? Because he was. Now that, yeah, he was a free agent. He was signed from the CFL, the Canadian Football League.
So I look at Kerry Williams and it made me think about a man that I absolutely think should be on this list.
Antoine Winfield?
Connor Williams.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that was
the dude just didn't do a damn thing. And
no.
Just left. Like,
yeah, he didn't even get. Like, most of these guys got the boot. Quentin Dunbar got traded. Husmanzada got cut. Lacey, they let him go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Connor Williams just stopped playing football.
Did he retire after the Bills game when he had all those snaps over the head? Or was it the bye week? It was
he did not. Connor Williams retirement. 9 games into his first season as a Seattle Seahawk.
I mean, hey, we were praising that move.
We were all pumped for it. He was 27, and he's just like, nah, I'm out.
So was Dalvin for the Bears.
I know.
At least he made it a full year.
Yeah. I don't understand. But anyway,
yeah.
Matt Flynn, baby.
Number 1. Without the Matt Flynn contract that year, that team's going to the Super Bowl, no doubt in my mind. Response to that. 2012.
Yeah, I remember like the Matt Flynn signing and being like, why are we doing this for a dude that we don't know? Like, he had a crazy, crazy legacy game, and that was his legacy. That one game against the Lions. And at the end of the day, I was confused, but I was like, okay, like, well, we'll see what he's got. And then, who's gonna guess that Russell Wilson comes out of nowhere and
this guy,
yeah, and takes the job? Like, I don't think the signing was bad. I think the execution of the signing, like the decisions you made after the signing happened made it bad.
Well, they signed him because they were going all in on Peyton Manning, just like everybody else.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, Matt Flynn's going to be awesome. He's going to be the next Matt Hasselbeck, backup quarterback, Green Bay. He's a gritty player, if you know what I'm saying. And Matt, first name Matt, coming in here. My favorite tweet, one of my favorite tweets of all time, was somebody tweeted at him, and they're like, at Matt Flynn, remember when the Seahawks paid you all that money to do nothing? And then his response was, yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's our list on the top 5 worst free agents of all time. Next time I'll probably do a slideshow if you want. That way there's more visual.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Yeah. Anything else you got? I mean, there's really not any hot takes other than the fact that Max Strong was a free agent signing by the Seahawks. He wasn't. I was thinking, I was like, who are some other fullbacks that I could just slide in there that could be a free agent consideration? I was like, Will Tukawafu, just accidentally put his name in there instead of Max Strong. I don't even know where he came from, but
I do have a free agency hot take.
go ahead, because it starts on. We won't talk until a week after it starts. So.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I mentioned it earlier, and I think the best thing that the Minnesota Vikings can currently do for their next season is to sign Kirk Cousins and to let JJ McCarthy sit behind Kirk Cousins for a year.
Yeah, because he's gonna have to be released, right? Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he's already been informed he's going to be released. So
and when does the league year start?
The 7th.
All right, so the 7th he'll become officially an unrestricted free agent, and then they can talk to him.
I think the best thing the Vikings can do for their franchise is to sign Kirk Cousins and to let JJ McCarthy sit for a year.
They already did that.
I know. They should have kept doing it. And
no, sorry, they didn't do that. They had Darnold.
Yeah. I thought you meant,
no, I mean, I was
they
just
made him sit. Well, he got hurt, but
no, I know.
He's had a year to marinate. He needs to marinate more.
I don't think he's going to be any good regardless.
I don't think he's going to be any good, but if you play him now, he's really not going to be good. So,
well, it depends on who shows up. Because if it's 9 that's showing up, look out, league.
And I have a dark horse free agent wish.
Go ahead.
And it's a wish. It's not and it's all because I have this sentiment about people going home. I know who I want the Jets to sign as their quarterback, and it's
Wilson,
not
baby.
It's not Russell Wilson. It's not Kyler Murray. I want Geno Smith to be the next quarterback of the New York Jets.
Oh my god!
I want
to see it
through. I want to see it through.
It'd be sweet, and it'd be sweet if he succeeded.
I know.
Imagine if the Jets had a decent head coach, though, like Robert Saleh or something.
I know.
That, same with the Titans. Imagine if they had Vrabel. These teams suck. I think next show we'll probably get into like how much these teams, like ownership does have a factor in how good these teams are. And we'll probably get into, I don't want to get into potential new owners. I do want to let everybody know. So there's paintbrushes in my hand. I have my wife's art stuff next to me, so I fiddle with it during the show. But there's some politics going on in Seattle right now, like tax stuff or whatever. I don't know. And some news outlets are trying to scare, with this new tax increase, don't be surprised if, whoever buys the Seahawks tries to move them to Montana. And to that I say, suck my balls, dumbass lady on Twitter. So I flipped out because she's from Seattle. She does like a local podcast, and one of my coworkers goes, "Oh, I was listening to her. I don't even know her name, but I know her face." And I said, what my problem is with people like that report the news, right? They don't fucking research a goddamn thing before they start talking about it. Do you know how hard it is to relocate a team in the NFL, let alone a team that has a lease through 2031? Okay. Let alone a team that has a waiting list for season tickets over 25 years, has sold every single game out except the COVID season, which I mean, technically they sold out because no one was allowed there, since 2002. And I want to see you try to move that team. I want to see whoever buys that team, and I'll give it 20 years. I want to see whoever try to move the Seahawks in 20 years. It ain't happening. So to that, I say do your research before you spout shit online because you have a platform where people listen.
Dang. Good for you, Joe. I'm happy for you.
Also, 12th, another site that could really suck my balls is 12th Man News on Facebook. My mom will call me. I'm not on Facebook much, but my mom will call me and go, what'd she say? Wow, it's crazy that Bobby Wagner signed a one-day contract to retire with the Seahawks. I go, no, he didn't. And she's like, oh, somebody posted about it on Facebook. And then, so I've been using Marketplace a lot because it's the time to get back into cars. So I buy junk for my cars. And I saw one that the first thing I do is I click on home. It pops up like every time. Jackson Smith-Njigba becomes the highest, breaking news, Jackson Smith-Njigba becomes the highest paid receiver in the NFL. And I'm like, it will happen. But these people or breaking news, the Seahawks sell the team. It's just like, or
are you
something.
bored?
Yeah, the White House. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
And the only reason I don't go on Facebook, like I said, because I think it's a bunch of nonsense that I don't care about. But they had to go on Channel 13 News, is how I found out that was a rumor. Aaron Levine, the sports guy, had to tell everybody. He's like, listen, this is not true. The Seahawks did not decline a visit to the White House. So, yeah, pretty insane that people just believe whatever they see. But people do a pretty good job faking it. So,
yep.
But
well, good for you. I'm happy for you.
Anything else?
Nope. I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Sorry for the rant at the end of the video. Have a great night. Goodbye.
We did not care